flap, pustule, jowls, nugget, gurgle, smear, bulbous, pork.
If you hear certain words on the job site,
baloney,
work can be uncomfortable.
tender.
So at least get work gear that's comfortable. Timberland Pro work shirts, pants, and boots. Head to toe, Timberland Pro. Not uncomfortable.
Moist.
Welcome again to Highly Questionable. You know who this guy is, Izzy Gutierrez. What do you like on the show today?
I mean, I can only assume we're going to break down every single first-round game of the tournament, yes?
Oh, I hope not. Dale, papi.
Who are your Final Four?
Oh, I'm sorry, Papi. I'm sorry, Izzy. I'm sorry, America. My father will have his predictions. I am not going to do this because I think the entire exercise is an exercise in stupidity. What you're about to witness is sports on display. Upsets, fun, drama, storylines. It doesn't matter who the players are. That's all we're doing is watching sports. And you cannot predict what is going to happen in this tournament of randomness. We enjoy it so much because it's a tournament of randomness. I am recusing myself from picking a Final Four because I think it's intergalactically stupid.
Well, allow me to exercise my stupidity in that case, because I'm going to play along, even though we could do this next week when we're picking from less teams. But no, let's just do this right now. First of all, it should be called the Tournament of the Champion that we soon have to forget celebrated all this because of everything going around in the NCAA. But I've got Arizona, and I do believe that, I don't know if it's Sean Miller or Ayton, should be running out there with a giant $100,000 check after they win this thing. They've got to win it all. I've got Purdue, mostly because I don't like picking number one seeds. I've got Duke over Michigan State because I think Coach K is a bigger personality than Tom Izzo. And I've got Gonzaga because that Western bracket is kind of a mess.
All right, but if I may, and I'm going to reveal a counterfeit fraud throughout our entire industry here. Charles Barkley is researching 8 hours a day, cramming on teams so that he can pretend on television that he knows what he's talking about. I have not been watching college basketball all season. Asking me the 4 best teams at the end is going to be an act of irrelevancy. I don't know what's going to happen. Neither do you. That's part of the fun.
Part of the reason I picked these 4 teams is because I've seen them all play at least once.
So I'm a coward, and Izzy is faking it. Papi, what about you? You've got predictions, though, right? Who do you like? Who's Papi got?
Well, I tell you one thing. Barkley's trying to pretend, but I'm telling you something. I know who is going to win.
Wow.
And here are going to be my 4 picks.
Okay.
It's going to be TCU.
All right.
It's going to be Bonaventura. It's going to be the U. And it's going to be Gonzaga. Those are my top 4. Hey!
Bonaventura. Is that like a
Bonaventura
Spanish musical group? I'm not even sure.
Who the is this guy? You don't know? All right. Are the Packers making things better or worse for Aaron Rodgers?
He is Chris Sims, the son of Phil Sims, quarterbacking in his loins, in the family's loins. He also works for Bleacher Report. And the question is, are the Packers making things better or worse for Aaron Rodgers? He's the best quarterback I've ever seen. I think that franchise has largely betrayed him with some of the things that they have done around him. And now he's upset, or he seems to be, based on what he's doing on Twitter, that Jordy Nelson, without his knowledge, has been sent away, and he kind of liked Jordy Nelson. The Packers should be doing nothing more other than trying to keep Aaron Rodgers happy because he's the only reason they're relevant in any way.
But here's why this is super intriguing, because we don't know if this is going to make him better or not. We don't know if he made Jordy Nelson into the receiver that he is at 33 years old now, by the way, and that getting a guy like Jimmy Graham is going to make Aaron Rodgers even that much better. And maybe they do draft a stud wide receiver for him early in the draft and really get that talent around him. What's really intriguing for me is he is falling so far behind Tom Brady in the GOAT conversation, mostly because of the rings things and the Super Bowl appearances. He's going to have to be super efficient these last, 4 or 5 years of his career. He turns 35 during the season next year. He's going to have to be real efficient.
He's not less than Brady, according to Sims. He is not less than Brady, according to Sims.
Not. He is the greatest quarterback I have ever seen in my life. The skill set says it. I mean, strongest arm I've ever seen, quickest release I've ever seen, one of the greatest athletes I've ever seen. Now, are they helping him or hurting him? Hey, that's still yet to be determined. Let's see how the rest of draft and free agency goes. But I can tell you this much, that Jordy Nelson was not worth the price tag they were going to pay him this year. So hopefully they do get more talent around Aaron Rodgers, because as you guys know, you watch Packers games, the guy sits there and dances. He's not doing it as though he just looks cool in the pocket. Nobody's open. The offense isn't very good. It's all on his shoulders all the time. He can make it work.
All right, tighten it up, Sims. You're talking too long. Let's shorten it up. More efficient, please.
I'll get it closer. Sorry,
Thank you. Jeez, this yammering gas bag.
So this guy comes in from nowhere. He takes all my airtime. He talks and talks and talks and talks.
Took all the funny with serious quarterback analysis. My dad's trying to get in there. Hey, everybody's here for the jokes. And this gas bag who doesn't know anything about how to please his old man. This gas bag won't shut up.
That's right. I'm done with the That's it.
Right,
you can have it. That's it.
This guy did it already.
That's right.
He ran him off after one question.
Do you admire Sam Bradford's career?
I understand that you're a big polished guy, but when you're reading questions off a screen, you want to ask them from the screen. You were looking straight there. We want you to read the questions, not talk to the camera. So, anyways, Chris Sims is new at this. We're learning, though. Sam Bradford's career now ends up in Arizona. It's $20 million for Sam Bradford, and he's a mercenary. He bounces around all over the place. You don't actually win anything. He might make you a little bit better because you didn't have anything good, and the one I admire here is his agent, because if you think Sam Bradford is not earning his money, that guy is getting money off a guy who's not earning his money because the quarterback position is so weak.
It used to be Matt Flynn was my favorite guy to point to as the quarterback check collector. He was the king of this. Now, I feel like it got to be Kirk Cousins because he's been franchised twice at a high price, got this crazy guaranteed deal from Minnesota, and might be a free agent in his prime one more time. But man, when you break it down for Sam Bradford, he's averaged the last 5 years 7.6 games per season. That's less than half the regular season games. So if you take his salary and actually double it, that's what he's really making per game. This guy is good at this.
Do I get a take on this?
Yes, you can have a take, a shorter one.
Okay, I'll make it shorter. But, I mean, Sam Bradford, listen, if Jimmy Garoppolo, after 7 games, can become the highest-paid quarterback in football history, then Sam Bradford can make $20 million a year as a average NFL starting quarterback. I understand, yes, he's made a lot of money, but, man, another $20 million payday. Holy cow, that's awesome.
He's really good at getting hurt, though.
Gosh, I'm here with you guys, and I couldn't keep playing. Man.
Get out of my chair!
I don't blame him, Papi. He stinks compared to you, and everyone knows it.
That wasn't even funny.
This is much better now.
All right.
Are the Patriots letting go of too many good players?
They always do that, and they always end up in the final few games. Their players are interchangeable, largely disposable. Many of them, when they go there, they're only good there. So, of course, they've got the ego to think that no matter who they lose or how they lose them, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick will carry them. I wouldn't have thought it would go this far, but Jimmy Garoppolo got traded because of how much they believe in the idea of that.
I'm starting to wonder if it's a little bit of a secret plan from Bill Belichick to give Tom Brady no help and say, all right, do you really still have it at age 41? Because, man, he is stripping guys. Now, obviously, running back has never been that important to Bill Belichick. They're sort of interchangeable. But Tom Brady's main protector, Nate Solder, going to the Giants, that feels like a big deal. I'm also intrigued by the fact that Malcolm Butler seemingly didn't lose out on a penny after that Super Bowl benching because he got a great contract. And it makes me think that all these other teams are just as confused by what Bill Belichick does as we are.
Well, they do have the ego, I'll say, to think that they can make it happen with anybody. I did work there at one point, but I'll say this. I think it's a little more concerning than usual. I think guys are finally going, like, damn, I'm sick of being held hostage by the New England Patriots. I'm going to go out there and see what my market worth is.
I love that he threw his bona fides out there, crushing all three of us. I did work there. Bang. What you guys got?
Bam.
So, Chris, you ranked Tom Brady to be the number 4th quarterback in the league?
He did.
I did, yes.
Fourth best, he says.
And this guy's supposed to be an expert. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
How dare you, Papi?
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
I don't care who you worked for.
Is it fair to expect Tiger Woods to win this weekend?
You're going to watch. It's better to hope than to expect. You're less likely to be disappointed. But he's won this tournament 8 times. We all know what he can do on it. We've all seen that lately he has looked healthy, and we've all been hopeful that he can turn that health into something that we haven't seen in that sport, which is something bigger than Jack Nicklaus winning at 46. We're hoping for it. You can't expect it, though. That ruins the fun.
Well, fair to who exactly? Like, fair to us? I mean, we've already gotten worked up and then disappointed and then worked up and then disappointed. It's our own fault if we expect him to win this tournament. Is it fair to him? I mean, this guy's had so much pressure put on him. And what, we're supposed to feel sorry for him now all of a sudden as we cheer for him after getting that little peek into his personal life that was kind of ugly? No, it's not fair or unfair to anybody. It's just sports. And you know what? He's going to make people watch. I'm going to watch. And that's fair to everybody, really. Whether he disappoints or not, I don't think that matters.
Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
Looking for his first hit and looking for his first extra base hit of the spring.
Oh, it's okay.
That was so no-looky right there. Did you see that?
Yes, Papi.
This is how I want John Lester to throw the first base. Less pressure if you're not actually looking at what you're throwing to.
Oh, I love that play.
Pull you out, Michael, because I think Peter has the guts. I at least had the guts to step into the ring. I have an opinion going up against the Hall of Fame general manager I disagree with, and I went into the ring. You wouldn't have done it. You'd be like, right, Bill, you're right. Let's move on to another question. I stepped into the ring. This garbage. Look at this garbage.
Oh, my Lord.
Fix it!
Yeah.
Jenny had a dream of joining the national bobsled team. She worked out relentlessly and knew that if she just refused to give up, one day her dream would come true and she'd stand triumphantly up on the podium. But when her kids reminded her that she was 52 and she lived in Texas, and maybe she started dreaming this dream a little late in life, she gave up on not giving up. But then she heard how Geico could save her money on car insurance, so she switched and achieved that dream instead.
Time to play the game that trusts nobody. Do you question?
You give us topics and events, and we will question them.
Do you question if these catchers should have saved this move for the regular season?
Yankees Twins, for some reason, Izzy started looking at his watch. His watch has got colors and stuff and a Darth Vader mask. All right, let's see what we've got here.
Here's Greg Bird looking for his first hit and looking for his first extra base hit of the spring.
Oh, it's okay.
That was so no-looky right there. Did you see that?
Yes, Papi.
This is how I want John Lester to throw the first base. Less pressure if you're not actually looking at what you're throwing to.
Oh, I love that play.
Absolutely should have saved that for the regular season, though.
Oh, I don't think that runner on first base is going to be with the Yankees for a long time.
No, you're out of here.
His punch is sticking to the minors. Right there.
Get out of here.
Stamp that passport.
Bum.
Do you question whether this was appropriate behavior?
Don LaGreca, Papi. You know who that is? You know who that guy is?
Oh, yes, I know who he is.
Who is he?
What's his name?
All right, you don't know who he is. It's a gas bag from New York on the radio. Let's hear what he had to say last time introducing himself to us.
That's what we're going to do, Michael. We're going to be like accountants now in baseball. Was it the Pythagorean theorem? The Pythagorean theorem said that the Giants offensive line, that their record should be 1-1. That's the Pythagorean theorem said that the Giants offensive line, that their record should be 2-0.
When I talk Pythagorean theorem, I sound like that?
No. The people that trust the Pythagorean theorem, the people that listen to the Pythagorean theorem, the people that sit there at their desk, that only know the naked body through National Geographic, that do the math to come up with the Pythagorean theorem. That's what they sound like.
All right, so he gets fired up about things, as you saw. So let's see the latest time he's gotten fired up about something that was really red-faced nuclear.
And I'm going to call you out, Michael, because I think Peter has the guts. I at least had the guts to step into the ring. I have an opinion going up against the Hall of Fame general manager I disagree with, and I went into the ring. You wouldn't have done it. You'd be like, right, Bill, you're right. Let's move on to another question. I stepped into the ring. This garbage. This garbage.
Oh, my Lord.
Fix it!
Yeah. He's telling me to fix the mic? Is that what he's doing, Peter?
I got to tell you, in all my years, never seen anything like that. The whole... How fast can Yes get a replay of that? Because his mic completely fell apart.
I've never seen him. I've never seen a photo of him. That is exactly what I would imagine he would sound like. And exactly how I would expect him to react to that little microphone.
Look at everything. If you're listening on radio. Life that makes an appearance, it's that kind of inconvenient.
You want to see some inappropriate behavior?
No.
Yeah, I want to show them some inappropriate behavior. This is some inappropriate behavior. There you have it. I don't need my microphone. There we got it, right here.